Hey everyone, so today I'm doing a review on the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Homecoming Vulture, which is basically just a repaint with better paint applications and a few more accessories. Got a cool image of the Homecoming movie logo there. Has a nice image from Vulture in the movie. Same thing here with him flying. Looks really cool. One thing I must say off the top right now, I wish they gave us a Michael Keaton head. Like, I don't understand why they couldn't. That would have been really cool. But anyway, we'll get this guy opened up and we'll check out the differences and the details. So I just want to show you guys. So first up, it's basically like buying the Build-A-Figure for a much more reasonable price. They just kind of set all the pieces right in there. You even get, wow, there's 3 inserts in here. You get a second, you get the little base. You can barely see it. There you go. You get the little clear base that we got with the Build-A-Figure also. Sorry for the loud noise. I'll probably pop that off. There you go. And then we have all the accessories in here, which we'll do something different. You guys can watch me pop out everything. There it goes. That one right there. So the way I always do it is I just kind of push it out. Especially with the figures. Sorry if that's loud. Especially with the figures, I tend to pop them out rather than trying to pull them out. Because I've had it where figures are really wedged in there, and when I yanked on them, I've messed up either paint or even I've had a joint either crack or break. I learned that from, this is years ago when that one's pretty firm. I opened the Target exclusives many years ago. Target exclusive 3-pack that had Vision, Ultron, and I'm forgetting the other figure in that 3-pack. But anyway, the Vision cracked because that kind of translucent thin plastic. So when I pulled on them, it just snapped his thigh. And ever since then, I haven't been doing that. But anyway, let me get this guy together and we'll check out the details. All right, so first up, we'll just look at the visor really quick. It's just more of a smoked, kind of greenish visor there. And you have each arm piece, which actually looks kind of cool. It's just silver with the lighter green on the forearm area, along with the buckle and by the elbow, and the little grips for punching and all of his little this little weapon that he has got the same kind of lime green, I guess, coloring, but it looks cool. I'll definitely show you guys how I put them on. You obviously have to pop off the hand there and then slide them on, but we'll do that later. Now checking out the Vultures Wings. Obviously it's the same one from the Build-A-Figure. It's got the green paint applications. They actually look really nice. Good sculpt. On the front here, there's no blemishes or anything like that. Same thing on the back. You can see more of that green. It does have blue fans here compared to the Build-A-Figure. And they're pretty, I like these because they can really rotate them. It does have blue and purple for like the thruster there. And same thing with the green. But actually looks really cool. And then continues with that same, green on the other inside. The articulation, it kind of can rock. So you could, I mean, if you have the Build-A-Figure, it's the same exact thing. It's got, you can flap here. This part lifts up. You can spin that any, which direction you want it to be, depending on how the flying pose is. You can fold them all the way back. You can definitely wrap them up in it. I mean, it's got a good range of motion for being such a large set of wings. So it is nice that it looks goofy if you crack them up like that, but you can definitely fold them down. But anyway, enough of my rambling on the wings. We'll go ahead and check out the figure. Figure first, we'll go over the head sculpt, and then I will put on the visor. But anyway, it's just a nice flat black. You got the green, creepy green eyes looking straight forward. And then he's got the silver along the front of the mouth. He got the mouth clip with the hose wrapping all the way into his back, which I think looks really cool. Same thing with the green on the side. Overall, it's really nicely painted compared to the Build-A-Figure. You get the more tan, frilly around his neck of his flight suit jacket, and then you get the brown leather jacket with the green straps here, a little bit of the gold. See the zipper on the back. There's a lot more paint. You can see nice silver and the green. And it continues down the side of the arms. It's hinged. You got the gripping hands. Then you got the buckle there with the black and the green and more silver. Overall, the paint looks really nice. You get the green pants, the black strapping, and the silver continues on the side. I like how it kind of actually hid the pegs there on the legs. Nice knee pads. And the feet look really cool. I like the claws at the bottom. Get those vulture feet. Those look really cool. I got the silver, like more of a gunmetal. I think that looks really nice. All right, so I'm going to put the visor on now. All right, there he is. It just has these little slots. It just clicks right into place. Looks good. Very cool. All right, so I'm going to go to the articulation. Same as the Build-A-Figure, so he's going to look left and right, kind of rocks around. Ball joints in the shoulders, out, forward and back, upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist rotation, hinge at the wrist. Nice ab crunch, crunches down, arches up, waist swivel, kicks up, spreads about that much. Upper thigh swivel, there we go. A little tight there. Double jointed knees. No boot rotation, ankles move down, they move up. Nice ankle rockers and pegals, bottom of his feet. So go ahead and we'll pop on the arm accessories. All right, so there we go. You definitely have to have his arm positioned in a certain way because otherwise you'll get a funky like gap. So if you have his arm bent a little too much, you get the funky, weird little gap there. But overall, I think these fit really well. They look really cool, especially in his hands. I don't know, that looks pretty cool. Definitely a nice little accessory to add to him. But anyway, we'll get the wings on. Actually, I'll show you guys how tall he is, and I'll get the wings on. All right, guys, so Vulture stance should be about 6 inches, maybe a little bit over, just because the feet are different. Yep, just a little, about 6.5 inches, actually. But we'll go ahead and get the wings popped on him here. Let's do it on camera. There's that back piece. So it's pretty cool. I mean, he can stand holding, you know, with the wings on his back, which I think looks really cool. Definitely wish they would have given us the Michael Keaton, you know, head. I still think that would have been cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and bring in the original Build-A-Figure, but you can kind of definitely see the differences in paint overall. But let me get the wings off and we'll compare the wings. I'm kind of all over the place. Then we'll compare the figures. How's that sound? All right, good. Was not expecting this video to be so long, but here we go with the kind of comparisons. You can kind of see this is a darker green, more of a flat green. Silver fans with the blue on the back here. You have the purple also, but it's definitely more vibrant on the just single release, or not single, but the more recent release Vulture. It's got more of a lighter blue. This is more dark. So it's kind of interesting there. But yeah, now we'll get into the figures. Okay, I think either mine's a defect or they changed it. Please leave, I need to look this up, but I haven't yet. I only have one hose on the more recent released one, whereas the Build-A-Figure has 2 hoses, but the hoses look completely different. So it could be one of those things where he only had 1 hose and they only had concept art when they made this guy. But you can definitely see the difference in paint applications, difference in the visors, even the face is different. So I'm gonna, let me see, get this light up so you guys can kind of see here. But you can see the whole mouth is different compared to the Build-A-Figure and the one that we have recently released. Even the eyes look more huge on this guy. Top of the head looks good. Side looks, see the side's different. It's definitely a different head sculpt. But the rest of the figure should be about the same. Just different paint applications. I actually like this one more. Build-A-Figure, well, it's lacking accessories, but I feel like the paint applications are pretty cool on the newer one, which is nice. Yep, see, the whole armor is better, or not better, but it looks better to me. It covers up peg holes. It just looks cooler. So if you didn't buy this wave and build this guy, this is definitely the way to go to get your movie Vulture. I just think this is overall a nicer figure, and yeah, crazy. All right, guys, so there is my long 9-minute review on the MCU Vulture. Very cool figure. Definitely was had more stuff to it than I was expecting. It's definitely taken the place of the Build-A-Figure Vulture. I just think overall he looks so much better, accessory wise and paint wise. It's just a much better retooled figure. I'm glad Hasbro made this one. It just kind of is a bummer when you get a Build-A-Figure, you spend all the money on building them, and then they just kind of re-release the same figure and that looks even better for $30. But But if you missed that wave, it's awesome for you guys. So I'd highly recommend to your MCU collector to definitely pick up this Vulture. It is better than the Build-A-Figure, and I think it's well worth $30 considering how large the wings are and with all the accessories and just the overall look. Anyway, 10-minute video now, craziness. I'll let you guys go. Thanks if you stayed this long to watch the end of me still yip-yapping about this figure. And I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.